Good afternoon, Professor. So for my final video presentation project, this is my beautiful partner, Celeste Rubin, and I am Tahir Mokhtar Tahir. So first off, it's been quite the journey with my good friend and partner. She has been exceptionally helpful, and I'm happy to have chosen her. We never really compared and contrasted our cultural fabrics before. We've only ever discussed things like school, politics, how our day went, the norms, the usual, just the regular things. Actually, when I was trying to decide on a partner, I never thought that Celeste would turn out to be so similar to me and so different at the same time. Since she's not of my national descent, I figured she can't be similar to me in terms of culture, traditions, etc. So off the jump, you can look at us and tell that we are of tan skin, but it is much deeper than that, and that's what we're gonna touch upon over here. Another thing is, I'm actually really thankful for the textbook we used in this course because it facilitated discussions we had with the words of context they used, which ultimately changed my perspective on things, actually.
Yeah, me too.
Well, for example, we discussed our interpersonal struggles. I believe that one of our biggest struggles is to reach and surpass our family's expectations.
Yeah, like for example, I'm a very strong and independent woman, but they expect you to be very feminine, like to cook, to clean, to watch the kids, etc.
Yeah, same here. I'm a working man. I work full time. I do full time school, and I'm still expected to clean, fix around the house, help out around the house. It just honestly, I would say it's just a matter of tradition. The way I see it, you still have to help and play your role. You have to bring in money and play your role around the house. That's just one thing we share, being first generation citizens.
Yeah, I used to dress freely with cuts and showing some skin, and this is one of the biggest things for me, but since all of the eye following and the whispers, I changed my style of clothing and made it more acceptable clothing just to get rid of, like the headache around me. But after discussing and analyzing the textbook with Tahir, we actually found the most important word to help solve this world's problems.
Oh yeah, that's right. That word being intercultural competence. Celeste, why don't you tell them what intercultural competence is?
Nah, you tell it.
I'll go ahead. Alright, so intercultural competence is of crucial importance in our interconnected world. It refers to the ability to understand cultures, including your own, and use this understanding to communicate with people from other cultures successfully.
Hey, I taught you well.
But yeah, seriously. Culturally competent care includes knowledge, attitudes, and skills that support caring for people across different languages and cultures. I believe your old neighborhood had to brush up on their intercultural competence skills.
Yeah, they were very disrespectful.
Anyways, aside from all that, I have learned many interesting attributes from Celeste over this past couple of weeks. She taught me to be sensitive, sympathetic, and to be willing to compromise with it when a situation arises. Or even when there's no situation at all, actually.
Wait,
just remain calm.
Isn't that called relational learning?
Oh, yeah. I taught you so well. I was just going to say that. So yeah, that is relational learning, actually. Relational learning is when you gain insights and new ways of thinking that result from the people with whom we are in relationships, especially when we have interesting dissimilarities with our relational partners. The similarities are values that can categorize you in society. Individuals with a strong sense of identity can come in conflict with others who do not hold the same perceptions, values, and norms. But then again, that's where your cultural competency comes in and you begin to compromise.
Yeah, it's funny because when we were walking in Central Park during one of our discussion meetings,
Mm-hmm.
Tahir tripped, fell, and cut his elbow. So when we got home, I told him, let's go to the doctor. He said, what? No doctor. I looked at him in disbelief and I was like, what do you mean no doctor? He's like, nah, I got coffee right here, and applied it to his cut.
Oh yeah, yeah. I wasn't gonna wait for a doctor.
Can you believe that?
This is how we do it back home. I was fine shortly after though, so it's all right. That's actually an example in the difference of our health literacy. Excuse me, which is the understanding of medicinal and health information.
Oh yeah, This is the difference between Western and Eastern medicine, actually.
Oh yeah. That's correct. That's correct.
Yeah, let's talk about that. The West relies on the scientific method, which is basically waging the war or eradicating the enemy,
According to the textbook.
basically pump drugs in you to evacuate the virus.
The East, however, on the other hand, describes disease as a signal that the body is out of balance. So you have to slow down and take care of your mind and body. Basically, you use all the nutrients you can get and all the resources you can get your hands on to fix your body.
Yeah, that was very impressive and interesting, actually. But you know what I picked up from this project that was really impressive?
Why?
The fact that some people out there are pretty aware of the diversity present in these schools, trains, and schools, generally just in this world. That's what this world needs more of. I actually mentioned to here earlier. I believe that cultural diversity awareness is the answer to Earth's problems. It should be able to lead to globalization, but of course, it has to start with one's oral communications. People have to be able to talk about these problems in order to find a solution and carry on with it.
Or else, you're not finding a solution.
Exactly.
I agreed completely. And globalization is integration of economy and technology that creates a worldwide and interconnected work environment. Basically, where everyone works together in harmony. We feel if everybody shared an open mind and played nice, more businesses would open up eventually.
Exactly.
And gradually, more jobs would increase and become more available.
Definitely.
And the standard of life will most likely go back up.
Definitely.
To how it was before this, the what was it? The stock drop in 2008. Yeah. Anyways, overall, in this class, I never really realized how in depth you can go talking about our cultures, our traditions, really. Actually connecting and building connections with other people who may look different, let's say sound different, talk, eat different, live different, and actually communicating with them. This class really helped spark the cultural diversity awareness discussion in my brain. It really did, actually. To me, it was more of a, let's say, a personal invitation to look for the bigger picture.
Definitely. And it's discussions like these that people need to take in order to actually see the problem and carry out a solution. More people need to have conversations like these so that the world can be able to change. People have to start opening their eyes to problems that actually matter in this world.
I was actually telling Celeste, I'm actually very thankful for having this type of professor to come into my world and basically rock it. He changed how I look at other people and how I perceive situations and how I should act. And
you changed it for me too.
I mean,
and I'm thankful for that.
I've seen that. I've seen her grow, and believe it or not, I've actually like slowed down and when I'm angry, I calm down, I relax, I think about our classes like, oh, maybe he's not used to how the bus goes, and maybe he's not used to driving fast. You know, just all the way to help build higher cultural competency.
Definitely.
Yeah, and yeah, basically that's the summary of my discussion meetings with the beautiful and great Celeste Rubin. All right.
Thank you for having us.
Peace.